All right, we're in Memphis. It's 2 o'clock in the morning on a weekend. Just woke up from a beer induced coma, and I'm looking towards the heavens here. This is a billboard that is over me that they don't light. I don't know why, but it's like 2 in the morning, and it's a billboard on Poplar Street that is supposed to attract drivers on Poplar Street, and they don't light it. And it's like I don't know what time they shut the light off, and I really don't care. But it's just interesting to me because I have always known that they light these billboards until dawn. They're kind of like street lights. Anyways, we got a group of children there called Pentatonics or Pentatonics or something like that, and they're coming to town, and it's like, please be advised that these kids are coming into your neighborhood here. I think it's either in the summer, they've already been here, or they're coming in the fall. But it's like a group called Pentatonics or Pentatonics or something like that. And like, you don't want to miss them. Anyways, as I look towards the sky, I think of the ground here at 2 in the morning here in Memphis. Um, the ground in the sense that the ground that I sleep on, and it's interesting because in Memphis I've been reminded of Phoenix. Ironically, 3 years earlier, the ground, you'd spend the heat of the day in Phoenix would make it impossible for any homeless man to lie down on any piece of concrete after the sun sets. I mean, I tried it time and time again in Phoenix. Well, the sun's down, and the concrete, the sidewalk, the parking lot, you name it, is gonna cool in time. I'll just lie down here and just, But it's funny because it doesn't. I kept finding myself waking up, an hour or two later, soaking sweat because the heat from the ground would radiate up to me lying on it, and it would make it so unbearable that after an hour or two I'd wake up from drenched in sweat from the heat from the surface, from the ground. And I was reminded of that. I mentioned that because I was reminded of that lately here in Memphis. We have had here for the past, well, since I've been here, it's been 100+ days every day. And it's like the temperature itself has been about 90, 95, but you add humidity to that, which is like 70%, and you get temperatures, heat index here of 105, 110. And I'm thinking, well, there's a difference between Phoenix and Memphis. You know, and the difference is the humidity. They got humidity here in Memphis, and they got pure dry heat, as the joke goes, in Phoenix. Well, I thought, well, it doesn't matter. I'll sleep on this sidewalk, this parking lot, this whatever, because it's humidity, it's water in the air. It's not dry heat. It's not baking. It's kind of, I don't know, steaming. I don't know what the cooking analogy would be, but I tried it, and it's ironic that an hour later I was awoken. drenched in sweat, because the I had absorbed the heat from the surface, the concrete, the whatever, radiating up into me and just leaving me like a wet t-shirt competition, in the middle of a parking lot here in Memphis. Um, so, I don't know, dry heat, wet heat, humidity, it doesn't matter. Heat is heated, I guess, and after it's been out in the sun for 12, 15 hours, it's all the same. One thing I've noticed here about the surface as I look up into the skies here is that they have fire ants here in the south. We don't, I didn't grow up with them. I grew up with lightning bugs, mosquitoes, which I've been learning about. But they have fire ants here, which are new to me. And I discovered, I think in Texas, I discovered the fire ant, and I was like, I always thought it was like a fly or a bug or something like that. But I'd lie down, and it's like, I couldn't keep still because I was constantly swatting these things that were stinging me or biting me, and it was like, it was annoying and aggravating more than painful, but it was like it'd keep you up at night, and it was like, yeah. So it's fire ants. They have fire ants here, and their source of life is water. The more water around them, the more you're going to be stung by them. Much like I learned, or relearned actually, coming from the northeast, like mosquitoes. You put, mosquitoes may not be a problem, sleeping through the night, but you add a little pool of water somewhere around, left over from a rainstorm, it could be a problem at night. You're going to find yourself constantly hitting yourself, by these little things that are bothering you, much like fire ants. Of course, mosquitoes don't hurt like fire ants, but they're an aggravation that you will pay for, you know, if not at night like the fire ants, certainly in the morning when you go to try to live a life. Anyways, from a northeast boy here at 2 o'clock in the morning on a weekend in Memphis, looking up at the skies, looking up at the children here on a billboard right across from Poplar Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. This 55-year-old man is about to call it quits again and lie down on the ground.